Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Las Vegas Raiders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Escape. And he can't find the receiver, and he's brought down. Max Crosby. He's the culprit. Causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Quite a decision there on 4th down. They didn't just want the first. They wanted 6 points. And following the interception, they're going to come away with neither.
And that's too bad, partner, because they really went for it on that one, right? Because I think in their mind, sometimes the illogical play is a logical play. But in this case, they were wrong.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Carr. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. After the sack. They'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. We're scoreless after one. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Caught by Jones. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running it with Jacobs. Powering his way forward. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Room here to run.
What a play!
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 47 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
79 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now left side on the swing pass. A first down and more for Drake. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now a play fake. Carr. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Now Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the clock reads 30 seconds to go, so really not a whole lot of time to speak of. First down. Here's Burrow. Out to his left. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. To throw again on second down. Burrow. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Second and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gott.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gott, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 104 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Throwing on first down is Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Bryan Edwards, 54 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? when you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Burrow will throw. Being chased out left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of...
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. T. Higgins, 38 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And got his man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big play there for the Raiders. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 113 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On first down, Drake, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Counter play with Jacobs. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Carr gonna throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Raiders. Bryan Edwards, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Carlson down to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. 2nd and 12. Burrow. Forced out to his left. Open man is Uzama. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
Throwing, Burrow. And he fends him off. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Down and 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw, Burrow. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Now Burrow. Steps away to his left. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. And boy, you want to talk about guts. Guts is going for 2 when you're down 1 in that spot right there.
Do they not trust their kicker? Did they not feel that it was time to go ahead and do that? Or did they just say, we've got a play on that we're so confident in, we're going to go ahead and do it? I'm going to say they're going to say that in the press conference.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Carr to throw. And this will be caught by Edwards. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a
Hey, man, I don't know if I'm going to make it or not. I just want to say good game, man.
What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. And his kick is good. And they have regained the lead. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us?